Shocking moments on Hoarders. I know cat ladies can be creepy, but Terry definitely takes things to another level. Terry says she loves cats and has always thought the more cats the merrier. Terry's best friend Elaine tells us Terry has absolutely nothing, not even shoes or jewelry, just cats and other animals. Dave, Terry's son, reveals she has always been taking in cats, even as far as 2005.
I always thought
she hoards animals.
Back when I moved out in 2005, I knew she was taking in cats that were outside on the farm.
Dave reveals Terry's dad died of a heart attack right in front of her when she was so young that she couldn't even call for help, which traumatized her. Terry also reveals she blamed herself for her dad's death and has always tried to keep things alive since then.
My mother's dad died of a heart attack right in front of her. She didn't know what to do at that age.
I'm just so afraid of death that, I always try to keep things alive.
Terry goes over to open Pandora's box, her fridge, in which she stored literal dead cats. Disgusting! Last time I checked, that's not how cryogenic freezing works.
This is the refrigerator. When my first cat got killed, I put him in here because I wanted to get him cremated.
To make things worse, Terry reveals she has about 75 to 100 dead cats frozen in her fridge. Is she really touching them? Get the biohazard crew already.
And refrigerated cats, maybe 75 to 100, if not more.
At last, the biohazard crew arrives with Matt Paxton. Matt Paxton, an extreme hoarding specialist, explains that Terry's house is extremely dangerous, not just for her, but for her cats. Really don't want to imagine the smell of the house either.
You have tons of fecal dust. It's going to be mandatory for us to wear full face mask. This is an extremely dangerous house.
The cats really don't seem like they want to leave. They finally got all the living cats out. Now it's time for the frozen cat corpses. Say some prayers for the cleaning crew.
We're at. Now we're going in the closet.
What we were doing was putting the refrigerated animals into biohazard bags.
It turns out Terry wasn't just hoarding and refrigerating dead cats, but dead bunnies, squirrels, chipmunks, and even roadkill. I agree with Matt, this is horrific.
That's chipmunks, squirrels. He's going around and collecting all the dead that she can find.
Dr. Robin Zasio, a licensed clinical psychologist, explains that it's important for Terry to take the cats out herself. Terry weeps as her clearly unpleasant hoard is being taken out.
Very important that she do this personally. She put them in the refrigerator. She needs to pull them out.
None of that talk, okay? You're doing the right thing now. That's what you have to focus.
Could things possibly get worse? One word, yes. Behold, the bottom of Terry's cat coffin fridge lies a bunch of liquid decomposed cats. I think I just threw up in my mouth.
That is liquid cat juice. Oh, decomposed animal.
This is awful to watch. Not only am I watching a person lose it completely, but the backdrop behind that is a bunch of dead liquid cats.
Matt admits that was one of the toughest jobs they have had to do and that there wasn't really much trash, just cats and litter. The cleaning crew are a gift from God, definitely the real heroes.
This was one of the toughest we've done. There wasn't actually much trash in the house. All there was dead cats, live cats, and poop.
Dr. Zasio, Matt, and the cleaning crew present the urn of Terry's cremated cats to her, but Dr. Zasio urges her to let go of them. Terry agrees as she dumps the ashes of her cats into a river. Poor river, a moment of silence for whoever fishes there.
I'm just happy that she accepted our help. Therefore, no more cats will suffer.
See how beautiful.
Look at that.
Hoarding chicken lady? Definitely not something you see every day. The first unsuccessful hoard cleanup? Hannah's daughter, Linda, tells us Hannah has been living with lots of chickens and farm animals for a long time. She also reveals Hannah's house is full of chicken poop, animal litter, and of course, tons of hoard.
I'm Linda, and I'm Hannah's daughter. Mom's been living in the single wide for about 2 years now with chickens. She's got chicken manure all over it, garbage all over it, It is bad.
Peggy, Hannah's oldest daughter, admits she can't stand watching those animals get tortured and suffer because of Hannah. Hannah clearly doesn't agree with her. Peggy reveals Hannah is treating those animals just as she treated her kids. That's just cold.
I get so pissed at my mother. The animals are being more than tortured.
If there's any of them, there's something wrong with them, it's more than I know about.
She treats those animals the way she treated us kids.
Hannah reveals she had 16 kids, and only about 10 of them are alive, and she doesn't care if they don't like her. Hannah also claims it's impossible to hoard animals, and they wouldn't be there unless they wanted to.
I had 16 kids, and 10 of them are still living. If they don't want to have nothing to do with me, fine. If they do, fine. You can't hoard an animal. An animal will go where they damn well please.
With the winter approaching, Hannah has to clean up and heat up her trailer before she freezes to death. She's reluctant to get help from Dr. Zasio as well.
It's quite clear that Hannah is an angry woman, and she wasn't even interested in walking me around and showing me the things that were troubling her and where she was needing help.
Hannah's daughter Linda lets Dr. Zasio inside the trailer at her own risk. Hope she can handle the smell. Dr. Zasio admits to being speechless just by walking across the entrance.
When I walked in the trailer, I was almost speechless. The condition was so bad in this trailer.
Hannah expresses her denial and delusion by claiming there's absolutely nothing wrong with her house. No sane person keeps chickens and animal litter inside their house. They all try to convince Hannah it's all disgusting, but she remains headstrong that there's nothing wrong. Just get Matt Paxton already.
Hannah's denial allows her to live in there and say that everything's fine. No one is going to make it through the winter in here. There's no way.
I told her that. She says, well, I'll just have to put an electric heater in here.
And it's going to go up in flames.
Exactly. That's what I told her.
At last, Matt Paxton, the cleaning crew and animal safety team arrive on deck. They first take out a whole cage full of disgusting dried up chicken poop.
Good morning.
We have got a lot of work to do today. We can make some space over here for things she wants to keep out of the house. That is all feces.
Hannah gets into a heated argument with Matt Paxton as he tries to clear up space in the barn for the goats. This lady's straight up crazy. That's literally just a bunch of cans, poop-filled cages, and scrap metal.
I need to get more space for these goats. What about if we just reshuffled it to here?
No,
and here?
I said it stays there. How many times I have to tell you that?
Hannah yells at the cleaning crew as they try to convince her to let them clean up and even threatens to sue them. She's still headstrong on not letting anyone touch her stuff.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When you start out messing with it, I'll sue every damn one of you.
You know, Hannah, that's
Now,
your
by
right.
God, there's no damn sense of you getting out here, sticking your damn nose in my business. It's none of your business.
Hannah's daughter Peggy shows up mad to yell at the cleanup crew, claiming she got calls that they were harassing and stressing Hannah. They try to convince her Hannah's fine and they did no such thing, but she's having none of it. Seems like this entire family is crazy and delusional. Even the grandkids lie.
One of the grandchildren was apparently calling Hannah's daughter and saying things that weren't even happening.
Everybody's calling me here. I'm not going to deal with my mother getting upset.
Peggy rushes off and tries to start a fight with her brother. Yep, they're all absolutely loco. Dr. Zasio admits this is the most dysfunctional family she has ever seen.
Get over here. Hey, watch out, Bart! Don't do it, Bart!
This family is probably the most dysfunctional family I have ever seen.
They managed to convince Hannah to let them save some of the animals, but she still wouldn't let them touch her house.
We did get Hannah to agree to let some of the goats go, some of the ducks go.
Before we leave today, we will make sure all the animals have food, that they have adequate water.
Dr. Zasio explains that Hannah still sees nothing wrong with her hoarding and has to be the most difficult hoarder she has ever worked with. What a successful waste of time. At least some animals were saved.
She does not think that she has a compulsive hoarding problem. She does not by any means see anything wrong with the treatment of these animals, and she's refusing all help at this point. Hannah's prognosis is extremely poor, probably the worst of any hoarder I've ever worked with.